Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I want to use this opportunity first of all to thank every single person that has been supporting this channel in any way. Thank you so much. Thank you. I am making this video because I just saw my subscribers and I just clocked 6,000 subscribers. In honor of this, I am going to be doing the get to know me tag because I feel as if it's rude for me to not properly introduce myself to. I have the questions here. The first question, what is your first name and what does it mean? So my first name is Chinyere. It means gift from God. The full name is Chinyere, my gift from God, but the short form is like God. I don't know the logic behind it. God something. Everybody that answers Chi that is a Nigerian is God something. Either God's gift, God's grace, God blessing, God anything. The short form is Chi. Question number 2. Where do you reside and where are you from? I am Nigerian. I am from the eastern part of Nigeria, Enugu State, Nsukka to be precise. Question number 3. What 3 words describe your personality? So I can say I am a chilled or calm person most times. I am creative, of course. I like to just make things, and I am a very optimistic person, like a positive person, always, everly so thankful, looking up for the best, and just filled with gratitude. That's just how I am. Number 4. List 5 of your favorite YouTubers you started watching from old. So I love this question. It just gets me excited because it reminds me of what can be built on YouTube. So my first 5 YouTubers I can remember watching from over 10 years. What's 10 years? 10 years is a joke. It's like, okay, maybe 12, 13, 14 years ago. The very first person on my list is Dulce Candy. I don't know if you know her, but she was among the first YouTubers I started watching. I learned a lot from her. She used to do like makeup tutorials, hauls, DIYs, room makeover. Like I just connected with her because of her girly stuff and like the girly things. She was so girly, like she's super girly if you know her. And I remember being there when she was pregnant, when she got married, during her wedding. Like I can almost remember every detail. She just had a second baby after so much struggle, and she shared everything. She's just such an open person, and like I've just always been like, every time I come to YouTube I just like to check up on her. And guys, the funny thing is that she has no idea that maybe somebody from Nigeria. It's just weird how you can connect and feel as if someone is your friend and the person doesn't know you. That's the weird thing about you too. But yeah, her. The second person is Lil Pumpkin 05. That was Jackie Aina's name then. God, I love Jackie. Jackie, she's always positive and happy and straightforward and just a nice person you want to be around. So I used to watch her makeup, especially her makeup tutorials. Like that girl was she's so talented. I used to just watch her tutorials and ponder, and then I'll try to recreate some of them. It's just as if she applies her eyeshadow in like 2 dabs, 1, 2 for the crease, 1, 2 for the blending. Like she does everything so effortlessly that when you now try her tutorial, I'll not be trying to imitate Jackie, because I remember then I had like this lousy camera. I would like make one of her tutorials on one eye and one on the other eye, and now I take pictures. Oh god, I wish I can find those pictures. But I loved watching Jackie Aina. Number 2. Number 3 was Patricia Bright, and she's still somebody I watch. Once I just see notification from Patricia, I run straight to her channel. I don't care what she's talking about. I just like to listen to her and watch her and see that she's fine and just feel her vibe, and I like her. Andrea from Andrea's Choice. It's just sad that she doesn't make videos again. And I hope she's fine wherever she is. She has a twin, Brittany, and she does a lot of DIY. She made me cut up a lot of my clothes, trying all different things, like those girls, they just made me feel so girly, and I feel as if they contributed to who I am today. Question number 5. Who is your celebrity crush? Jason, Aquaman. What is your dream job? A job that I have right over my time. I can decide to overwork when I want to, and just being free. Yeah, and that is why I feel as if YouTube is suitable for me. And also because I am a hairstylist, I like that too. On days that I feel as if I need to stop and take care of my soul, I just stop without anybody asking me any question. That's the way I am happy. So that is my dream job. I am actually doing my dream job, waiting for my dream money though. Question number 7. What is your nickname? Darling. My name is also Linda. So when I was in nursery, primary school, my friends, like, I don't know why we thought it was offensive then for someone to like call your name unnecessarily. So if someone calls your name, I'd be like, why are you calling my name? And sometimes to annoy you further, the person will just keep repeating the name. And so someone did that in my class one day. Was like, Linda. I was like, why are you calling my name? And the person was like, Linda, 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 darling, her name is Darling. And people started laughing and making fun of, like kids, they were making fun of that name, and I hated it. I hated it. From then, some boys, just to piss me off, they would call me Darling. And so when I was in the university, like years after this was forgotten, I ran into one of my classmates, and he was like, look at Darling. I was like and I was with my schoolmates then, and some people just picked up on the name again. And when I had it like once, I was like, why was I feeling bad about this name? I actually like it. And so I just spell it from Linda, Dalin. So Darling, that's my nickname. Dogs or cats? Definitely dogs. Number 9. What movie have you watched over and over again? Devil Wears Prada. If you've watched the movie, you know. That's all. What's your idea of a dream mate? My idea of a dream mate is a man who is traditional, a provider, just somebody that can spoil me, that has a nice heart, like someone that is kind-hearted and generous. That's all. And some other things, obviously, but yeah. Favorite type of music genre? Like noisy Nigerian music, the ones you dance to and forget your problem. Those are my favorite types of music. Those are the kind of music that get to me every single time, almost every single time. What was your first job and how did you like it? My first job is still a secret to my family, because so I went to a bus park because I was checking everywhere and I didn't see it. I just saw myself at a bus park. If you are from Nigeria and you know the north, it was at Plateau Riders. So I went to the main Plateau Riders, like the ticket office at Plateau Riders, and I told them I was looking for a job. They didn't have vacancy there, so I decided to just walk around the park, and I noticed that every state had where they were loading, like where the buses were, where people were boarding buses to different states. I now landed at Maiduguri State. I was just passing, and I saw someone that just looked at me. Like, I maintained eye contact for like 2 minutes, and for like 2 seconds, and felt like, oh, this person may be friendly, let me just tell him what I want. I was not like, I am looking for a job. They were like, oh, okay, go to that room, you see Alhaji there, tell him. I was like, are you serious? He was like, go there, because everybody was in a hurry. It was in the morning, like it was rush hour. I then went there to the Alhaji, and he was like, okay, just sit down and hold on when we are done. So after about 30 minutes or so, the bus now left and they were free. So he was not like, okay, that he said that like federal road safety used to give them problems when they do not have like a list of their travelers, those forms that we fill before boarding a car in Nigeria, where you write your genotype, your next of kin, just in case of emergency, and that most of their passengers that are northerners traveling to that bus goes to Potiskum, that they are not literate, and sometimes they don't write things that are clear on that manifest, on the manifest. Yes, manifest is the name of that. And that they needed since I can write, obviously, that my job will be to make sure that every single passenger, before the bus leave, I have their name, their addresses, their phone numbers, next of kin. Like, my job is just to ensure that that manifest is filled rightly, so that the road safety will not disturb their drivers. And he told me I was going to be paid, oh my god, I cannot remember, let's just assume it was 300 naira every day. And to me that was like good money, and I was like, thank you. I went home and told my parents that I got a job at Plateau Riders ticketing office. Just because I got like the informal, like a section of the job I went to look for. That doesn't mean that the main job I went to look for pays better, but so I went back home and told them that I got that, but I had to go to work from like some minute, maybe like 6:30 till 9 o'clock. So it was fine. Every morning, if you see how excited I was to just bathe in the morning and rush off and go there. And then when I went there, they started, like, I was like the literate child they could send. So anybody that had anything to write, I started writing like the main tickets. And anytime they had anything to write, I would be the one writing, like the bookkeeping. I started involving myself in some other things, and I would be going on with like ×3. Those people were so generous to me, like they were so nice and generous. If you have stayed in the north and you know northerners in Nigeria, you will not feel so scared or so hostile to, like, there are some of them that are like angels. They just have good. So I went back home and they didn't know what I was doing. I was making so much money, but I worked for just about 3 weeks and I had to start school, and I was sad, but I made so much money from there. So that was my first job and I loved it, of course. How many siblings do you have? I have 5 siblings, 3 girls and 2 boys. And you've met my younger sister. For some of you that watch, my younger sister has been featured on this channel. Okay, I made her knotless braid, all the love, like the braided heart hairstyle, because she's the only one that can allow me use her hair to make a demonstration without actually making a hairstyle. Like when we are done, we take off the braids. She just allow me play with her hair for free. See, it's only a sister that can do that, and she's amazing. Among my siblings, she's the one that will most likely be appearing on this channel whenever she's free from school and she comes to visit. So, what is your birth star? I was born March 15th, so I am a Pisces, which explains my calmness. And what schools did you attend? So for my primary school, I attended, my nursery and primary school was University of Jos Nursery Primary School. My secondary school, junior secondary, was University of Jos Demonstration Secondary School. Then my senior secondary was Holy Rosary College, Uwani, Enugu, a Catholic missionary school. My BSc was University of Jos, my MSc was University of Port Harcourt, Nigeria, all in Nigeria. What is your most loving family memory? It's like after dinner time. After dinner time in my family is gisting time, like serious gisting time. That was how it used to be when we were all at home. After having dinner from around past 7, then we would stay up and just gist and talk. Everybody would have like serious laughters, and it was fun before we all go to bed. So we always go to bed smiling. So what is your most embarrassing memory? Your most embarrassing memory? I think it should be when I fell in school at the university. I am hardly ever embarrassed. I just keep doing what I am doing and keep moving on. If I am going to feel embarrassed, it will be for like 30 seconds, and that is it. Or maybe I've just never been in a very, very, very embarrassing situation. But that day at school, our school we have rocky areas. If you know Jos, yes, inside the school we have rocky areas. So I was walking with my friends from one class to another class, and I just slipped in the center of like an open field with rocks. Everybody could see from upstairs in their different departments, like all eyes on me. I slipped on I had a shoe that the sole was worn off, so it was slippery. I just slipped and landed on my ass like boom, like this on the ground. I think that's the most embarrassing thing I can think of, because of the number of people that were looking at me and how funny it was. It was even so funny to me. I felt like a baby, just like funny enough, it wasn't funny to my body, because anytime I was in a vehicle and we entered a gallop like this, I could feel the injury at the base of my spine. And as a careless human being that I was at that time, I didn't get it checked out. The pain was there for a while, for like 2 weeks or so, and then it went off. It wasn't unbearable, but you know, things like that, you're supposed to check it out. I did not, because I am scared of injections and I didn't want any situation that would make me take an injection. What languages do you speak? I speak English, Igbo, and Hausa. How would you describe your fashion sense? Classy, definitely, because like I can have just I like the idea of a minimalistic wardrobe. And if you've watched my videos, you will know that you have seen some of my clothes like 25 times. Some people will be worried about, but I've filmed with this, I've filmed with this. I do not care. I sincerely don't care. I just want few clothes with good quality. So my fashion sense, I am a little bit of sexy, but conserve, like classy. That's the classy type, the classy, and a little bit of sexy, a little bit of girly, and yeah, I think that's just it all. A little bit of plenty things. Why did you start your YouTube channel? Just as I said, I have been crazy. Like, I should have started YouTube channel over 12 years ago, because I have been crazy about YouTube. I learn every single thing from YouTube. I am addicted to YouTube. I love the YouTubers I follow. I love the YouTubers I keep up with. Every single information I found out, instead of reading my books in school, I found out that just watching videos about things, you can find everything on YouTube. So I have just been addicted to YouTube for years, and I was having the intention of opening one, but I didn't know what exactly I would be showing, because everybody I love, they had something going on that they were either teaching or sharing their life to the extent where you really want to watch, and I felt as if I was just too plain and boring to even share, like to not have like a talent or like a skill or something that I was showing off. But I feel as if it's actually just the perfect timing. Like things happen in a perfect way, the way they're supposed to happen, because it was finally during the lockdown when I was almost killing myself with reading the news every time and just being paranoid, because I was living alone and everybody was locked inside their house. I love to stay alone. I love being alone actually. So I don't know, I was just following the news like a crazy person before I now finally decided that this is a perfect time to start a YouTube channel. Actually, I was watching Marisa, she's a YouTuber, and she was like, because I felt as if I cannot be on camera, I was like, what will I come on camera and be saying? I just sit down there and be saying what? You want to come and bore people? Who will watch that one? Then I listened to her. The video was about like how you can start a YouTube channel without showing your face. I was like, yes, finally now I can get busy and I'll show my face. And then I started making hair compilation videos. I was already making hair, but I wasn't even thinking about filming the hair I was making. I had been making hair for years before then. And when she said like creating a YouTube channel without showing your face, I was like, yes, at least I've seen the one I am good at. So I started making hair compilation videos before, but even while I was still making it, after some videos I now got a little bit confident, and I decided to like show my face in a little part of the video for like few minutes, and people were like, finally you're finally be bold enough to show your face. And I was like, okay, this is very awkward, like listening to my voice is awkward, like looking at myself. I was like, why do you move your head too much when you talk? Why do you do this too much? Why do you see people do not do like this? And you do that. At the point I was just like, you know what, I am going to just accept the nonsense I am doing and start making my videos. But if you watch my first video, this is how I was like, hey, you need to do this because the universe loves you, God has your back here. So I just do like one good girl. But that video, I like, if you see the way I prepared, I took out my time and chose the clothes, set up my house, made myself up. I was just like, I was so anxious, and well, I finally got that video out, and from there, just gradually I am getting better at this. And there are still people in my life that have been convincing to finally start a YouTube channel. I can understand how freaking awkward it feels to even listen to yourself talk. You will judge yourself to the extent that you'll be like, why am I breathing like that? Why am I talking like that? Why am I sounding like that? Why am I looking like that? Why am I... Leave it. Just start your channel. If you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, please just start and leave. See, when I think back at all those YouTubers I love, it's not because of they were perfect, but they were just themselves. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do my thing now. I'm just going to do my thing. There are some things I didn't know about myself until I started a YouTube channel. I used to think my English was nice until I started YouTube. And I would watch some of my videos and say, how can you make that kind of blunder? How is it possible for you to say, and the girl is going, and then that day she now went there? Like, you just make some kind of blunder. I'll be like, damn, oh my God. Is this what I do, like when I talk to people fast and I do not know and I mistakenly just blunder? Or like, that was when I got to know that I have like a very serious Igbo accent. Like a very serious Igbo accent, despite the fact that I grew up in the north too. And I thought I didn't have the accent. I used to even just look at some people and be like, oh, your accent is so Igbotic. In my mind, I'll never say that to somebody. But now, I wasn't bothered because I like it. It's like my spice, it's the Maggi of my channel. So just things like that. If you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, don't wait for anything to be perfect. Just do your thing and start. Like, seriously, just make your first video. You can even start off with a get to know me tag. Copy all these my questions and just talk to the camera and tell people about yourself like this. Just do it anyhow. Do it anyhow and get it out. You will start getting better over time. If you're watching this, sister, finally start it though. Start the channel. See, all the people have been disturbing to start their YouTube channel. If you're watching this thing, start it. Pet peeves in people who are judgmental. I cannot even, if you're just someone that will see people and judge them without knowing, even if you know their story, mind your business. So what are your plans for your channel? So of course, I intend to continue making hairstyle tutorials. I intend to continue making videos that uplift other women, like my level up get talk videos where I just talk about being happier, being a happier person, being a more fulfilled person, just living your best life and not giving a what people say. Those videos will keep coming. And then for my YouTube growth tips and tricks, I want to keep sharing everything that helps me on this YouTube journey so that it can help someone else out, because I watched hundreds of videos on how to start and grow a YouTube channel before I finally summoned the courage. Even along the way, I documented those things. If you're interested, I will have the link to those playlists under this in this description bar. But the journey here, it wasn't funny. My obsession with YouTube, I can almost say it saved my life. Like when I was getting depressed from that, following the news during the lockdown. But once I started my YouTube channel, there was still lockdown going on. I didn't know when it was morning and night. Sometimes I would work for almost 40 hours straight and feel so happy and fulfilled, just seriously putting out YouTube videos. At the time I was uploading a video every single day. Like, it took over everything. I forgot there was coronavirus because I was locked up in the house, and God just made me finally started to just save my life and help me through that time. So this thing is the will of God. That is why when I see how I am growing on YouTube, when anytime I get shocked, I'll be like, calm down. Shebi, you ask God for a blessing. He's blessing you now. Why are you trying to reason it? Why are you trying to comprehend how God is blessing you? Respect yourself and face your front. And I will just be like, okay, let's go. Let's go. Do I have more questions? How tall am I? I am 5'7", 5'7" So guys, thank you so much for watching. If there's anything you want to know about me, just leave your question in the comment section and I will gladly and thank you again for watching my videos. Thank you again for subscribing. Thank you again for taking that extra time to type a comment. Thank you again for thumbsing up this video. Please thumbs up this video. I'm not saying subscribe, I'm not saying like, share, just click on the boom, kakum. Thank you for watching, guys.